Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Well, the interesting stuff keeps happening out in LA. What can we say? As you can see on the screen, yeah, yesterday after I got off and stopped my yesterday's video on the topic, a lot of stuff went down. A lot of stuff went down. So we're gonna go over the past 24 hours ish from like Sunday night through Monday till Monday night. It's about about 7 o'clock out there in LA right now. So we're gonna go through and just see what I missed since last time. I did go through and bookmark a few things, so we're just gonna cascade through this. So yeah, yesterday, happening now, protester waves Mexican flag in front of a burning Waymo vehicle. These Waymo vehicles are the Google self-driving cars, by the way. Multiple vehicles have been destroyed. No police presence in the affected area. So, yeah, we're gonna see here. This is again. I gotta preface this. I have a Mexican flag here. I like the Mexican flag. I'm a big Mexican flag fan. I have an American flag here. I like my American flag even more. And if you're gonna protest to live in America, you should be waving the American flag, is all I'm going to say, all right? That's all I'm going to say on the topic. It seems like it'd be pretty important to get a lot of people on your side, you know? This guy, do you see this? This guy was trying to put it out, I think. Or at least attempt to. Like, look, what is this, a water bottle? He's like throwing a water bottle on there, but the thing is, is this an electric car? I think these are electric cars, so the water would actually not do anything if the battery were to go aflame. So yeah, this is look at this get up. This is something, yeah, and this isn't the only video of it. Waymo represents the Waymo represents this primal object of hatred to some people. They see it as a sign of modernity, technocracy, fascism, oligarchy, and whatever phantom of the future they've invented, and it's so often the first thing to be destroyed. This man is just like, what is the point? Like, what do these vehicles have to do with anything? With the protest, you know, like what? That is a very large man over here. That is a very large man. He's like, as a large man myself, all I gotta say is, large men, don't go out. Don't go out. If you're going out, bring extra water, is all I'm gonna say, all right? As a large man myself, I'm just trying to give a little advice here, okay? Breaking, a second Waymo has just been lit on fire by protesters, no police present. This is the major escalation from just 1 hour ago. Thousands of protesters in the street. Again, this is Sunday evening, Sunday night, by the way. So they're just here burning these Waymos on fire, and this will actually lead to probably one of the more famous images of the protests, I would say. Here's a whole lineup of these. Like, why? Like, just why? Everyone with their Mexican flags. Protesters light an American flag on fire in an attempt to light another Waymo vehicle on fire. Still no police or firefighter response to the fires. Things are quickly escalating. So they're using an American flag to set this on fire, and then there's just people like taking photos of it. I think this is super cringe. They're like, oh, I'm trying to get some clout off of this. There's one big clout chaser that was a part of this, by the way, that I'm not even going to mention. You probably already know. He's the second most popular political streamer on Twitch. Number 2. Yeah, we're not going to mention him. But yeah, it just, these people keep going out here to try to get clout, to try to get a bunch of photos so they can sell it. That's all these people are doing. This is Channel 5, by the way. It's like almost like a parody account. Yeah, he went out there and interviewed a bunch of people. past couple days. We may take a look at the video. We may not. I'm not entirely certain. But yeah, he went out there and interviewed a bunch of people. It's a YouTube parody account, so it's funny he got up on top of it, but everyone else was getting up on top of it. Look at this guy. Oh, that feels good. Oh, ho, ho. Cringe, dude. 500 U.S. Marines are now ready to deploy to Los Angeles. This is yesterday. Spoiler alert, they were deployed, as far as I know. So here's Homeland Security. Our law enforcement officers are just doing their jobs. Violence and intimidation against federal law enforcement will be persecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The United States is a nation of laws. Lawbreakers will be brought to justice. Dude, why is Twitter's like players so trash? Everything's so blurry on Twitter. Dan Bongino, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Deputy Director of the FBI. If you choose violence tonight, this message is for you. We will be investigating and pursuing all available leads for assault on a federal officer, in addition to many arrests already made. And although we will pursue every case, we don't need to catch every single perp. We just need to catch you. A short time ago, the director and I notified our teams to use all of our investigation technological tools to pursue you long after order is firmly established. We will not forget, even after you try to. Deputy Director of the FBI issuing a stern warning there. Peaceful protests, call it what it is, violent riots. It's a violent riot, guys. Well, there are instances of peaceful protest, but there are also instances of this more violent riots. Homeland Security right here. It's sickening that Mayor Bass continues to protect violent rioters and criminal illegal aliens at the expense of the safety of American citizens and communities. At POTUS Trump and Secretary Naomi will restore law and order to Los Angeles if its leaders won't. So basically, Karen Bass is saying that Trump is making it worse. And that's not just Karen Bass. Also, Governor Gavin Newsom also said that Trump is making it worse. We'll see. Apparently, there was an alarm that went up on everyone's phone. So this is probably the most famous image of the riot, I would say. Hundreds of U.S. Marines now on standby amid L.A. riots per NBC News. So I'll just let you have that full screen here. Yeah? Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? Yeah, let's stand up on top of a burning vehicle that the crowd set on fire and wave a Mexican flag. Yeah, and then there's Palestinian flag over here. It's not even. I think the original protesters aren't even here, guys. I think this is nothing but a bunch of clout chasers here. I think that's all this is. We have people wanting to take photos. We have people that just want to grandstand and think they're better than everyone. We have people that want to just like throw in their own ideological battlefronts into this. I don't know. That flag being on fire. Gavin Newsom should use this as a campaign ad.
Alabama dream. There's the American dream and the California dream. There's no Alabama dream. Eat your heart out, Texas, Tennessee, and Florida. This is California. The world looks to us to see that it's possible to live, advance, and prosper together across every conceivable difference. It's what makes this state great, that we don't tolerate that diversity as we once had, but we truly can look today and talk in terms of how we celebrate that diversity.
You celebrate it by lighting cars on fire. Clearly. You celebrate it by lighting cars on fire. I can't tell if they hate America or just really love barbecue. Maybe a little bit of both. Oh yeah, this is what happened after the police got all the people off of the highway. The protesters went up on top of the overpass and were throwing like rocks and cinder blocks at the police cars and at the police themselves, by the way. The police were actually trapped under here for quite a while because they couldn't get out, because every time they tried to get out, the people would throw rocks and stuff at them. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Riders are tearing up sidewalk and collecting rocks to throw at law enforcement. We got some caveman stuff right here, just banging rocks together. Like, what is this even doing, brother? Put this flag down. You got to use leverage. What are you doing? He's literally just banging the rock onto it. Like, what is he doing? What is this? My guy, leverage. Dig under it. That's not gonna do anything. Crazy people. Look, yeah, see, they're tossing it at the police here. Crazy, man. Here's Trump last night. Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Bass should apologize to all the people of Los Angeles for the absolutely horrible job they have done. And this now includes the ongoing LA riots. These are not protesters. They are troublemakers and insurrectionists. Remember, no masks. Then, of course, we have Elon Musk saying this is not okay. Crazy. Los Angeles burns. There aren't a lot of bathrooms. People get hungry. If it gets cold, people are tired. They're wearing masks. The National Guard was wearing soldier gear. What is this?
Hours probably of daylight, but I know that law enforcement is concerned about what happens when it gets dark.
Yeah, I think after covering a number of protests here over many years in Los Angeles, what happens when you have the remnants of a crowd like this? This is a problem for law enforcement, because what you have are opportunists, just based on previous protests.
There was a lot of looters after this. I'm not going to watch this. If you want to watch the CNN thing where they say it's going to be a hard night for the protesters, go ahead and go and watch it. J.D. Vance says, this moment calls for decisive leadership. The president will not tolerate rioting and violence. A once great American city of Los Angeles has been invaded and occupied by illegal aliens and criminals. Now, violent insurrectionist mobs are swarming and attacking our federal agents to try and stop our deportation operations. But these lawless riots only strengthen our resolve. I am directing Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, and Attorney General Pam Bondi, in coordination with all other relevant departments and agencies, to take all such action necessary to liberate Los Angeles from the migrant invasion, and put an end to these migrant riots. Order will be restored and the illegals will be expelled and Los Angeles will be set free. Thank you for your attention on this matter. CNN's John Miller says rioters burning down LA want to be provocative. What?
And these protesters
Are others that just take the moment and use it to inject destruction and chaos.
Well, and you're seeing some of that here. You have purely protesters for immigrant rights, for migrant rights, protesting against the government action. You have some Palestinian protesters who have been part of a protest movement who are also protesting against the government, who have joined in. And then in the background, you have some experienced anarchist groups that are very adept at protesting.
So wait, CNN's admitting that there's anarchist groups in here.
But also adept at moving within the crowd and then breaking away to do things in terms of property damage and other.
Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, you gotta love this. Look at this. Look at this. We have a guy wrapped up in a communist flag. You gotta love this. This is cringe. Look at him. Look at that man. Wow. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Whoa, whoa, wee, wow. Happening tonight, police on the 101 freeway are using tear gas on protesters on the overpass. They are launching fireworks, glass bottles, and other items at them. Multiple people injured as they tried to escape the tear gas from hitting them. Molotov cocktails have been thrown at the police car on the 101 underpass. A police officer tries to extinguish it while remaining safe underneath the underpass. Protesters have been chucking rocks and other large items at them when they're trapped below.
They're trying to put it out.
You know what's crazy? They're doing all this damage. And it's their taxpayer money that's going to go to buy new vehicles. They're taking money out of their own wallet here. Well, what am I saying? What am I saying? The majority of these are probably illegals anyways, right? So they're not paying like federal income tax or state income tax. They're paying consumption tax when they buy stuff, but so here is a few of the cops. Oh, geez, Louise, look at that. Police continue to push protesters away from the 101 overpass. Many injured as protesters, police face off and tensions escalate. Explosions were launched at the police on the horse. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Some more horse shenanigans. The horses are pushing through. Oh, snap. Man just got hit with a stick. Look right here. Oh, it's because he was trying to get in front of the horse. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. This animal will step on you and crush you. I don't think people realize the power of horses here. Yeah, look, see, they're trying to get in front of the horses. You really don't want to do that. Yeah, those horses will stomp on your skull and crack it with ease. Oh, here's the LAPD chief. They had a press conference last night. It was a lot of nothing. It was a lot of nothing, but yeah, they did say some interesting things like this.
We saw the first night was bad. What we've seen subsequent to that is getting increasingly worse and more violent. Tonight we had individuals out there shooting commercial-grade fireworks at our officers. That can kill you. And we have adapted our tactics to be able to have a chance to be able to take these people into custody and to be able to hold them accountable. We are overwhelmed as far as the number of people out there engaged in this type of activity and the type of things that they're doing.
So the police chief admits that the police are overwhelmed in this scenario. So he is admitting at that point that it is a necessity for the National Guard to be brought in, right?
They'll take backpacks, and the backpack will have a cinder block in it. They have a hammer, and they'll break up the cinder block and use that, pass it around to throw at officers, to throw at cars, and throw at other people. We've seen people with hammers, and you broadcasted, breaking the bollards behind the federal building and taking the rocks, if you will, or pieces of concrete, and throwing them at officers. We've had liquid of who knows what description thrown at.
You probably don't want to know what that liquid is. Just saying, you probably don't want to know. Oh, here's LA Mayor Karen Bass. All the chaos is Trump's fault.
I just have to say
that, again, our city has been through a lot since the beginning of the year. And now thinking that there is a large percentage of our city that is terrified, that is not going to know if they go to sleep tonight and they go to work or they go to school, will that be the last day they do that? Will that be the last day they see their family? We can't have this in our city. Los Angeles.
Why even say something like that? You're just making the situation worse. Oh, you're going to go to sleep and your family's going to get got. Like, what?
Los Angeles is a city of immigrants where 50% of the population is Latino. A percentage of the populations are from Asian countries and from all over the world. And we...
Immigrants, perfectly fine. America loves immigrants. Let me tell you, as long as they're here legally, Americans will love you. 100%. It's when they're illegal when things become an issue. Because illegal immigration causes a lot of strain on the populace. It causes a lot of strain on the finances of the government. That's why there's so many issues with illegal immigrants. Also, you just can't keep track of them. You don't know, who they are. You don't know where they come from. You don't know if they have a track record. You don't know if they have, some criminal history. You don't know if they're there to smuggle guns. You don't know if they're there to smuggle drugs. You don't know anything about them. At least if you're coming over legally, you're documented. We know your history. We know exactly what's going on with you. If you're here illegally, it's up in the air, right?
Embrace all Angelenos. It doesn't matter where you came from or when you got here. But the most important thing right now is that our city be peaceful. And so protests and expressing your, fears, your beliefs is appropriate to do, but it is just not appropriate for there to be violence. And I don't want people to fall into the chaos that I believe is being created by the administration completely unnecessarily.
She's blaming Trump and Trump's government on the chaos. But the thing is, there was violence the first night. There was violence the first night of the protests / riots. And Trump wasn't even involved then until the second night. Trump didn't get involved until Saturday. And the National Guard didn't get there until Sunday morning. Here's some of those Waymos completely burnt to cinder here. Absolutely destroyed. Absolutely burnt to a crisp here, guys. Rip those Google Waymos. I've discovered a pallet of some sort of stone slabs near where the protesters were earlier today. They grabbed this stone from the pallets and broke it up into smaller pieces to launch it toward police. This is the only pallet here and in a random building corner. Oh yeah, 100%. So these this was all planned. This was 100% planned, right? By who we don't know quite yet, but the instigation, the violence, the riots, all of it's planned. The same thing happened in the last major U.S. protests, the Summer of Love. There was these staged pallets of just random cinder blocks and stones and stuff, and of course they were used against the police. Crazy, huh? Just on a random corner, kind of hidden away a little bit. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, why is that there? Who put that there? Will we know? Oh yeah, here's people burning the flag, spitting on the flag.
And this is not just a good gesture. This is something we need to make real. We need to bring down this empire once and for all. All right. Burn it down! Burn it down! Burn it down! Make it great like 92! Make it great like 92!
They're saying they want to do it like 92, the LA riots of 92. Wow.
Make it afraid of you! Make it great like 92! Make it great like 92! Make it afraid of you! Make it afraid of you!
I've had enough of that. This is disgusting, right? This is disgusting. One solution, mass deportation. I mean, if they're illegal, yeah, get them out of here. But if they're here legally, that's fine. But if they're illegal, get them out. Arrest the people in face masks now, says Trump. Looking really bad in LA. Bring in the troops. So here he is saying, bring in the troops, bring in the Marines. This is some of the local business buildings that had windows smashed in and were vandalized by protesters throughout the day. So, of course, there was vandalization. There was looting that happened as well. Lots of property damage. Here's Kash Patel. Oh, Kash Patel. When I save this, it looks like there's a newer version. All right. Just so we're clear, this FBI needs no one's permission to enforce the Constitution. My responsibility is to the American people, not political punchlines. LA is under siege by marauding criminals, and we will restore law and order. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. So that's crazy, huh? He's straight up saying, we're going to arrest you. We're going to get you. That's the FBI Director Kash Patel, by the way. What is this? I don't know what this is. Oh.
Hey, watch out, that's a go! Woo!
Wow. Cringe. Peaceful protests. Insane scene coming out of Los Angeles last night.
By the governor was quite, so you're seeing some, this is live. Yeah, you're seeing not great conduct. And I wonder where the police are there. But you're seeing.
You wonder where the police are. They can't be everywhere. There's thousands of people rioting and protesting. What do you expect the police to go to every single little instance?
The deployment of a military asset that's not aligned with state and locals, and we certainly know from the.
She's complaining about the military deployment, but then she asked prior to that where the police were.
This is live. Yeah, you're seeing not great conduct, and I wonder where the police are there. But you're seeing the deployment of a military asset that.
Where are the police? Why aren't the police there? Also, I hate that the military's coming in to help things. Governor Newsom is blaming President Trump for tonight's violent protest. Let's get this straight. Local law enforcement didn't need help. Trump sent troops anyway to manufacture chaos and violence. The violence happened on the first night. The troops didn't get there until Sunday night. The violence happened on Friday night. Trump succeeded. There's video footage of violence happening on Friday night. What is this? They're diverting blame. That's what it is. They're diverting blame. Now things are destabilized and we need to send in more law enforcement just to clean up Trump's mess. The violence started on Friday night. Here's people looting.
They're stealing sneakers and
they're stealing sneakers, guys. That'll get them ICE agents for arresting the illegals. We're gonna steal them sneakers. Oh yeah.
Their faces will be recognized.
We're gonna steal them sneakers, guys. We're gonna steal them sneakers. Here's some more looting that happened last night. They broke into this building here. All these buildings are broken into. Crazy. Saw a viral video of police SUVs smashed up and lit on fire. The problem is that video is from years ago. I'm not sure why old videos are being shared as new when videos of the police cars being lit on fire and windows smashed in are available today. So this is one of those videos here. So this is more damage to police vehicles. Again, this is going to come out of the tax revenue, the tax money of the people that live there. It's not going to affect the police like whatsoever. That money is going to come out of the pockets of the tax people, of the citizens. Here's some more looting.
Pair of shoes too. I'm not doing shit. Yo, grab me a shirt. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Bro, they're wild the fuck out here. The guys.
This is so cringe. This is so cringe, dude. Absolute cringe. Absolute cringe. Here's some people like banging on the LAPD headquarter window. Like, why aren't the police here stopping them? They're just here on the side of the building, smashing in the windows. And like, that's where I'm wondering. Okay, are there just no police in the police station? Probably not. They're probably all out on the streets, right? Anti-deportation riots have built barricades in front of the city hall. This is wild. These are the anti-fascists, the Antifa people. They just go on any of the causes. This guy again waving the Mexican flag. Some more video footage of the of them throwing stuff at the police trucks. I don't know why I saved this. This is Greta Thunberg's boat that got caught, and they're like deporting her. Okay. I cannot believe this is real. ABC reporter says not to bring in law enforcement to the LA riots because it's just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn. What?
Large group of people. It could turn very volatile if you move law enforcement in there in the wrong way and turn what is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn into a massive confrontation and altercation between officers and demonstrators. So a large group of people. It could turn very volatile if you move law enforcement in there in the wrong way and turn what is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn.
Mental retardation. That is this man's issue. Yeah, let's just have they're just normal people having fun burning cars, guys. Them pesky police trying to put a stop to them burning cars? How dare they? Here's Maxine Waters. I'm not going to listen to Maxine Waters. She's a grifter. I hate her. Claims that there's been no violence in Los Angeles after a night where American witnessed cars burning in the streets and assaults on law enforcement. Radical Democrats like Maxine want to normalize chaos and violence. So she's saying there's no violence. There was violence on the first night. So crazy. Caroline Leavitt here, the press secretary of the United States. The riots in Los Angeles prove that we desperately need more immigration enforcement personnel and resources. America must reverse the invasion unleashed by Joe Biden. Wow. Of millions of unvetted illegal aliens into our country. That's why presidents, she's just shilling the big bill now. Okay. Left-wing radicals are rioting because ICE is arresting these types of criminals. All right, what are these types of criminals? Illegal aliens arrested during ICE raids in LA had serious crime records, including murder and sexual assault. Sure, let's take a look at this, yeah? We'll take a quick look. According to the Department of Homeland Security, among the illegal immigrants arrested was Kyung Chan Phon, a 49-year-old Vietnam with a criminal history that includes conviction of second-degree murder. He was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. Lionel Sanchez Laguna, a 55-year-old illegal immigrant from Mexico, was also arrested. Sanchez Laguna's criminal history includes a discharge of firearm and an inhabited dwelling and vehicle in Orange County, California, with a sentence of 365 days, battery on spousal battery, cohabitant in Orange County with a sentence of 4 years, willful cruelty to child. What does that even mean? Willful cruelty to child also includes driving under the influence. In addition, Delfino Arguellar Martinez, a 51-year-old illegal immigrant from Mexico, was arrested. His criminal record includes assault with a deadly weapon in LA that caused great bodily injury. DHS also said the ICE also arrested Armando Ordaz, a 44-year-old illegal immigrant from Mexico with a criminal record that includes sexual battery in LA. Again, crimes in LA with a sentence, yada, yada, yada. 90-day sentence, petty theft. Jose Cristobal Hernandez Bertran, 43-year-old illegal immigrant from Peru, who was convicted from robbery, which carried a 10-year sentence. Jordan Mauricio Meza Escobar, 32-year-old illegal immigrant from Honduras, was also among those arrested. His criminal record includes arrests for distribution of heroin and cocaine. So it's like these people aren't necessarily good people. These people aren't necessarily good people. I don't want to listen to Karen Bass anymore. Mayor of LA blames immigration enforcement operations in which dangerous illegals were taken into custody for the chaos that was allowed to transpire. The Epoch Times. FBI Director Kash Patel said the agency will target individuals who assault. Yeah, we already saw that. More of this here. Border security is economic security. The cost of hardware alone on the autonomous vehicles is estimated to be around $100,000. Multiples have been set ablaze. All the jeers and masked men waving foreign flags. President Trump's big beautiful bill. Oh, okay, he's just shilling the bill. Oh, here's footage from the other side. Look at this rock right here. These people are aiming directly at the police. Now, there was actually someone that just got sent to jail. It wasn't in this situation. It was prior to this. It was like a young woman who, with her friends, were throwing rocks onto vehicles on the overpass, and someone died, and she got sent to jail for like decades. Oh. Look, see, hit him right in the face.
Oh, he got fucked. Oh.
And these people are jeering and saying it's a good thing. See, the police are like stuck under the underpass here.
Gotcha, bitch.
CNN immediately cuts off panelist who tells the truth about the LA riots. Oh, I saw this here. It was here at the end. He was basically saying, oh, here, we'll just read it. I'm not going to watch it. CNN is so annoying. We got to this moment because California has sanctuary policy. We have immigration laws that govern the entire land of California is willfully ignoring them. He's on here saying that California is willfully ignoring this. And then she's trying to divert it and say that it's not California's fault. Let's check on how LAPD's management of protests is going. I love all these people around here are like just breathing in this noxious, toxic fumes. This isn't a normal fire. This is a battery fire from those Waymos. You're inhaling this, you're guaranteed cancer. I'll 100% guarantee you this smoke is giving these people cancer. 100%. Without a shadow of the doubt in my mind. It's crazy. It's sheer craziness. The passage of POTUS, one big beautiful bill, yada, yada, yada. I don't know why I saved that. President Trump's statement deploying the National Guard. We made great decision in sending the National Guard to deal with the violent instigated riots in California. If we had not done so, Los Angeles would have been completely obliterated. The very incompetent Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass should be saying, thank you, President Trump. You're so wonderful. We would be nothing without you, sir. Wow. Instead, they chose to lie to the people of California and America by saying they weren't needed and that these are peaceful protests. Just one look at the pictures and videos of the violence and destruction tells you all you have to know. We will always do what we need to keep our citizens safe so we can together make America great again. Scoop, meet the child abusers and violent criminals that anti-ICE rioters of LA are advocating for. The Daily Mail has obtained exclusive information about some of the hardened criminals arrested by ICE over the weekend, including a child SAer. All right, let's see. Is it more than... Here's one of the people here. Rafael Gomez, Mexican national, on Sunday for the immigration follow. This is some of the same people. Actually, some of them aren't. Miguel and Angel Palafox Montez, deported twice already, according to the White House. He has a criminal past conviction for grand theft, narcotics violation, and identity theft. ICE also arrested Nicaraguan national and Cicio Enrique Soles, who was convicted for hit and run and domestic violence, in addition to past arrest for willful cruelty to a child. Here's some of the people here. All right, so I mean, we understand, right? Like, these aren't, again, I said it in the last video, these people that are getting arrested aren't just like normal everyday people off the street. They went after criminals, guys. That's what ICE has been doing. They've been specifically going after the criminals first, the people with criminal records first, to deport them. Here's Trump here.
Intel tell you about these people causing all the problems in LA? Are they people ICE is trying to deport, or are they professional agitators?
The people that are causing the problem are professional agitators. They're insurrectionists. They're bad people. They should.
All right, professional agitators, insurrectionists. Here's him saying Gavin Newsom's done a terrible job. I don't think we need to listen to him say it. I think we understand it. Representative Jaya Paul, Congresswoman of Washington, is calling to free the illegals that have been arrested and to end the ICE raids. We just went over. Did we not? We just went over some of the illegals that were named, at the very least, have had some pretty heinous criminal records, and she wants them to be released. What is with it? With these protesters going and supporting people with terrible records. I don't understand it. I don't understand it one bit, dude. Trump is saying they should arrest California Governor Gavin Newsom. Yeah, he said that in here and in some other things here. No, I'm not even listening to that. Los Angeles mayor, things in LA are calm.
LA are calm. I will tell you that I'm saddened by the extent of the vandalism in the form of graffiti all through the downtown area. But it is important for people to know that even in downtown, this is isolated to a few streets.
Things are calm. Screen depicts just the exact opposite. JD Vance, people who are already violating the law are only violating the law because President Trump started to enforce the law. This is the logic of Newsom and his stooges. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, you aren't hearing the full story on the news and social media. We arrested gang members and convicted felons, including child SAers and murderers in L.A. on the day of the riots. This is coming directly from the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Just like Hakeem Jeffrey feeds it that he's going to unmask ICE agents, and the members of Congress who keep feeding this Reddit.
Oh, we're not going to talk about him. We're not going to talk about the number 2 political streamer on Twitch. Nope, we're not going to give him any promotion. Fiery but peaceful just got a sequel.
Turn very volatile. A large group of people. It could turn very volatile if you move law enforcement in there in the wrong way and turn what is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn into a massive confrontation. And
a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn. Craziness. Crazy, dude. Illegal immigration in the U.S. should not be used as a solution for global poverty. Mexican Americans claiming your people are being targeted after being arrested by ICE need to reassess the definition of your people. Your people are not illegal immigrants. You are conflating specific individuals who have illegally entered the country with Mexicans. This isn't about targeting ethnic groups. It's about basic border control and protecting the sovereignty of the country. You're conflating illegal immigrants with Mexicans is the true racism. So well spoken. So well spoken. It's true. It's true. The people that are thinking illegals equate to Mexicans, those people are beyond racist, right? All right. Waymo suspended car service. Makes sense. More footage of that. Protesters turned violent as protesters launch items at the police line. Police unleash less than lethal on protesters and chaos ensues.
You're fucking traitors! No! Don't shoot me! Don't shoot me, you fucking traitors! Why y'all shooting over here? We're not doing nothing! We're not doing nothing!
Narcissism. Pure blatant narcissism. That's what these people are LARPing. These people are LARPing 100%. Happening just turned violent with acts of vandalism, altercations. Yeah, so here's some video of some violence happening on Sunday, which was, or no, excuse me, June 6th, which is a Friday. Violence on a Friday. This is a lot of misinformation being put out by local and state government here in California. The escalation of violence was not a result of National Guard deployment. The violence was already here on Friday, June 6th, the whole day before. So, yeah. 500 Marines were deployed. I think it's actually 700. Yeah, right here. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, due to increased threats of federal law enforcement officers in federal buildings, approximately 700 active duty U.S. Marines from Camp Pendleton are being deployed to Los Angeles to restore order. So there's 2,000 National Guards and 700 U.S. Marines there. Oh man, look at this. Some crazy times, man. Crazy times. Hundreds of protesters currently gathered in front of the federal buildings where for the first time National Guard is being used in coordination with law enforcement.
Minutes until SWAT is deployed on us.
And again, if they're protesting peacefully, that's important. As long as the protests are peaceful, then you should have the right to protest. But once it starts turning violent, that's when things need to be stopped. Peaceful protest, I'm 100% there for. I think everyone should peacefully protest every situation that they disagree with. It's just, it becomes a problem when things are violent. This is what front line of protests versus law enforcement here. Just people just verbally abusing them. Sheriff's Department has begun clearing protesters back away from National Guardsmen in front of federal building. Police have completely blocked off access to the highway. Earlier into the protest, explosions can be heard. Then this person's LARPing again. LARPing. Everyone's LARPing. Everyone's LARPing here. They're not genuine. Here, yeah, she goes in a thread. Caroline Levitt goes into a thread. We've already read some of these, I believe, so we're not going to open it up. Riders stop cars for protection so they can assault police officers.
A woman in a minivan. I don't even know how she got into this corner. She's in the corner. She's trying to get out of her car. Protesters are trying.
Well, you know what, Laura?
You can see this has really devolved very quickly.
Hopefully that's what they're doing, is helping this woman get through the streets. I'm wondering, though, why they haven't blocked off more.
Yeah, giving them access, safe passage.
Yeah, because if you've got, they did. Now, see, we're looking at these young people right now throwing whatever they're throwing. I'm hoping those aren't rocks, but we can see those being.
What else would they be? These delusional people Trump is deploying an additional 2,000 National Guards. This brings total 400 National Guards and 700 Marines in the past 2 days. Here's J.D. Vance. This administration will not be intimidated by lawlessness. We will stand by the FBI agents tracking down violent criminals, by the guardsmen, local police, and Marines restoring order, and by the ICE agents enforcing our immigration laws. President Trump will not back down. Here's someone in the protest waving a flag as the car moves. Oh, man. Okay, let's see if there's anything new. Anything new. There's got to be. There's bound to be, right? Apparently not too much here. Okay. A USMC veteran protests saying he does not agree with President Trump activating the National Guard, says his parents are both immigrants to the U.S. They're not going after legal immigrants. How many times? How many times?
Amber, you were saying you were a U.S. Marine?
I'm a Marine, proud to serve, baby.
How long did you serve?
2005.
What do you have to say about President Trump sending
It's
National
not
Guard?
right, bro. You know what I mean? This country and this state runs with immigrants. You know what I mean? I'm a son of parents that came from Mexico. You know what I mean? It's not right.
They're going after criminals. They're not going after regular immigrants.
It's not right. You could take the criminals away. What do you want to take hardworking people for, man?
That's what they're doing. They're literally taking the criminals away.
That's not cool. Not cool, bro.
These people are delusional. Ridiculous. So it's spreading to Dallas, Texas now.
Cases. In fact, Homeland Security Secretary tonight on Fox saying they're going to arrest and charge protesters who are assaulting officers. So this is happening in real time, and it is the clash also, Caitlin, of immigration and law and order, two of the main issues of President
Dallas police here. So there's protests exploding in Dallas, Texas now. It's the Summer of Love Part 2, man. It's the sequel we never wanted.
President Trump all coalescing in this moment as people protest the methods of this administration.
And I also want to show what's happening in Austin. This is what's happening in Dallas. We also have similar scenes that are playing out, protests that are underway in Austin right now.
This seems peaceful. This is how it should be done.
Elliot, when you look at the moment, is this going to be the new normal?
This is not so much.
In terms of more National Guard being deployed to other cities as well.
Well, and it all depends, quite frankly, Caitlin, on what happens with the legal challenges.
Then we got just a whole line of people. There's more people here taking photos than there are people protesting. Crazy. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and end the video there for today. We'll see how things evolve, and I'll probably be doing another video tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. That's all we can say. We'll see what happens. Again, I just want to reiterate, I support peaceful protests. If you want to protest peacefully, I'm down for it. When it turns into a riot, then it becomes bad. Also, I just want to say, ICE is arresting illegal people that are criminals. Illegal criminals. They're not arresting your, everyday normal people. They're literally going after people with criminal records. And then they're not just going after Mexicans either. They're going after everybody. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Take care. Goodbye.